Notary Educators with Kimmi. How's it going, people? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing with this cold weather? We're going to let YouTube do what it does, notify you all that I am live in the house. And then we'll have a little conversation. Talk a little bit about training, about Notary Educators, how we can fit into your world. For those of you who may be brand new to the notary space, I'm Kimmi, #1 notary educator. I help notaries nationwide know how to properly do their execution of their documents, how to start that business, how to grow that business. Hey guys, welcome. So yes, that's what I do nationwide. It doesn't matter what state you in, because if you know, you know. Yes, you want to be in the club. So check out notaryeducators.com for all things notary, okay? Hey guys, so welcome. If you want to drop where you're checking in from, what state you are commissioned, where are you in your notary journey, just go ahead and let me know. And if you got any questions about how to start your business, where are you in your business, what's your goals for 26, let's talk about it. Let's talk about some things. So again, that's who I am. So let's hop right into today's story, because you know I always got a story. So I have a client, and then I'll take some of your questions. I'll tell you about mentorship, et cetera, et cetera. I got a couple things I want to talk about tonight. So I have a client, and I reached out to them. I received the assignment, and my instructions were to print the documents, call the client, make the appointment. Typically, that appointment should be made within 24 hours. So I was supposed to make the appointment. I did reach out to the client, no answer. I text the client, hey, Chanel, what's up, Chanel? What's going on, girl? How'd your signing go yesterday? How'd your signing go last night? Chanel is in mentorship, and she's doing amazing. How did your signing go? Let me know. So anyway, yes, so I was supposed to make the appointment within 2 hours. I call the client, no answer. I text the client, and my typical spiel when I'm texting someone to confirm the appointment is, hi, I'm Kimberly with None Better Mobile Notary Services. I have been assigned to assist you with your appointment, and I need to schedule the appointment with you. What's a convenient time? Something like that. Please reach me at ... right? So this particular client texts me back a message something like this. I know that you're only texting me because you're trying to cover yourself. I was like, what? Strange. Okay, so then you have to remember, sometimes when you get assignments, you don't know the relationship between the signer and the signing company, or the person that hired the signing company. Remember, the signing company is third party. So say, for example, you're issuing, let's just say, divorce papers. Someone calls you and say, hey, can you take this divorce paper? Because you do receive general notary work from signing companies. They may say, hey, can you take these divorce papers over here to this address, call this client, make this appointment, right? But when you're doing all that, you don't know that the signer and the person with the divorce papers are at odds. So they're thinking, as the notary, that we work for the other person. They're thinking you working for the adversary. And it's like, I don't work for them. I'm just the person coming to check your signature. That's it. So he texted me back, and he was like, I know you're just trying to cover yourself. And I said, oh, okay. So he said, I need you to email me. I see y'all comments. I'm going to get in just a second. He said, I need you to email me. So I said, okay. So I emailed him, and nothing, crickets. And I said, well, this is kind of odd, because in this case, I actually had a check for the client, which is very, very rare. Very, very rare. I don't collect money. I don't have funds or anything like that, but this is a one-off. And this particular client needed, when they gave me the paperwork, it also included a check. So I'm printing some things, and a check was mailed to me, okay? So for the client, and that's very, very rare, very rare, very rare. Some states are not even allowed to collect funds, period, okay? You cannot collect any funds, and that is very clearly stated in your state handbook. As a notary signing agent, you cannot collect money. Virginia is one of those states, unless you have special titling licenses and stuff, I believe, okay? So anyway, I'm like, why this client is tripping with me? So like I said, I figured out what it was. So I finally reached back out to the signing company, the hiring company, and I said, hey, this client sent me this message. So I sent the message to them. And funny, the signing company didn't even reach back out to me. So I said, well, now we're going on to day 3. I had a deadline date that this was supposed to be completed. We're going into day 3. No one's contacting me. The client's not speaking with me. I've emailed the signing company twice, nothing. So I said, you know what? I got to call them. So I called today. So they're going to get back with the person that originally had the documents inputted for the signing company to send out the order, right? And then nothing still. So the man's money just sitting. I'm like, he must don't need it. So it's weird. So I'm telling you this because there's going to be times when it's not textbook. Your signings are not going to always go exactly as you expect it to go. Okay, it's just not. You're going to be expecting, well, let me call this client, make the appointment, print the papers, go sign it, and that's it. No, I'm working for this. So I've not made any money, but I'm fully vested into this signing right now, right? Because I've been making phone calls, I've been making text messages, I've been sending emails, and I've not made one penny. Okay, zero. No one's compensating me for my time. So that just happens. That's just the world we walk in as notaries. Okay, let me get y'all comments and we're gonna come back. So what y'all think about that signing? What should I do? What's up? I mean, I did what all I could, but have you heard of anything like that before? Has it happened to you? Let's see. What's up, people? Chanel says, hey, Wanda. What's up, Wanda? Wanda G. Chanel says her signing went great because I know she was on the mentorship program. She had to skedaddle. Wanda's in Florida. What's up? Hey, Miss S. Abdul. What's up? Lisa, how you doing? Hey. Nice to see everybody. Richmond, California is in the house. Unite with Hearts of Integrity. I love that. Welcome, Richmond. Actually, Chanel's in Cali too. You may have to write off. Well, I haven't actually printed the documents. I haven't did anything else with it yet. So my time, eventually I might could write something off to S. Abdul's point. Sometimes if I've had an appointment, I go there, they do not sign. Typically, a signing company will reimburse you for your print fee and a travel fee. It's not as much as the whole signing would be. So sometimes I have written off, especially if I have to go far, I'll write out in my journal, I'll just write some notes. Signing was not completed. Original job was $150. They gave me $50. So, you got to talk to your tax professional, see what you can actually write off legally without going to jail. Because we ain't trying to do the jail thing, y'all. We trying to get every penny, but we ain't trying to go to jail. Okay, so yesterday I got a little buzz going with everybody. I got people kind of rattled out there. I did a video yesterday and I called it Stop Overpaying for Training. Stop overpaying for training. You don't need all these certifications that everybody's trying to tell you you need to work. And I got 5 people right here on this live that will tell you all these certifications are not necessary, okay? I have a certification program, and that's only because people are like, I need a certification. I need a piece of paper. I got you. I got 17 training courses, and they all come with a certification at the end when you complete it. Boom. Now, does that mean you're going to get work? No. What's going to ensure that you get work? Knowing how to properly stamp that paper. Knowing how to properly execute a document. Just having the certification means nothing. What's important is actually knowing how to stamp the paper. What is an acknowledgement? What is a jurat? That's how you're going to get work. Okay. You have a few companies out there that say, we only going to work with you if you took ABC training. And why are they saying that? Because they are in bed with ABC training. Okay. That's just facts. It's just facts. It ain't no secret. It ain't nothing I'm warning you about. It's just facts. So I'm going to tell you, you got to take these people training because I get a kickback if you take their training. I'm going to tell you as a #1 notary educator, boom, 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 that all that's not necessary. What is necessary, though, in order for you to work, no one's asking you for your credentialing. They're not. They want to make sure when I give you that package, can you give it back to me executed properly? Can you get it to FedEx on time? Can you let me know what happened after the signing? Did you do the proper confirmation with the client even to make the appointment? Did you print it on the correct size paper? These are things that we teach you in training, okay? I don't care what training you take. The majority are not going to go over in detail all these different things. So what I do is I take all the fluff out. I'm not giving you 500 modules you got to learn. It's not necessary. We're going to cut through the fat. Cut to the chase. Straight up, no chaser. What does that mean? Teach you how to properly notarize those documents, how to do estate packages, how to do trust documents, how to do apostilles, whatever it is you're interested in learning. We're going to give you the basics, because a lot of stuff you're going to have to just get when you get out there. I can give you 500 modules just to keep you inundated with just going over stuff and over stuff, and you never get out there and actually start stamping. In mentorship last night, the question came up, well, how do you get the confidence to start? That was one of the questions. Hey, welcome everybody. We got a lot of people tonight. Look like I'm going to start going live at night. I was going to do this in the car earlier, but the night fell upon us so quickly. I didn't have time. But I forgot my thought just that quick, y'all. The night fell upon us. Oh, mentorship last night. Yeah, the question came up was, how do you overcome your fear of just getting started? What do we recommend for that? And it was so funny because our mentorship program, the people that are in mentorship right now, they're very vocal and I love it. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody got an opinion. I love it. So they are really good at being vocal. So it wasn't even stuff coming from me. It was from the community, which I'll talk about that shortly. But one of the people, shout out Mike, he was like, a lot of it's just going to come from repetition of watching my courses, watching my trainings. I give you everything you need. You will hear me in your ear while you at that signing. And you're going to hear Kimmi saying, do this, don't do that, don't do this. And we had a situation in the community the other day. Someone was at a signing and they actually put, if you're in a community, you know, so I ain't calling nobody out. But they were at the signing and they've taken training and they just got a little off a little bit. So they was like, what goes here? It said, at where's the at? It was in part of the notarial block. And the person wanted to put, I said he, so okay. She was sitting at Starbucks, if you know, you know. But she was sitting at Starbucks, so she said, well, do I write Starbucks right here? I'm like, you will never write the physical location of the place where you are, not the physical location. You will put the city and the state. But if you're sitting in McDonald's just never goes in your notarial block, okay? You will never write Quick Trip in your notarial block. I do signings at Quick Trip, McDonald's, Wendy's. I'm not writing the signing happened at Wendy's in my notary block, okay? What they were asking for was a city and state. So the person just got kind of sidetracked because they're still kind of new. But someone in mentorship was explaining that once you start actually really getting deep dive into the trainings, because what people like to do is they sign up today and just binge watch. That's not going to prepare you. Actually still have to get in there and do the work. Okay, when I say do the work, kind of take your time. Hit the like button. Yeah, you got to take your time and go through the information. Okay, you cannot just sign up, Zorro all the courses, and then you're gonna go out there and execute documents properly. It just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. Hey guys, welcome everybody. How y'all doing? What's up? It just doesn't work like that, right? So I know who's putting the work in, who's actually going one by one through the trainings, who's actually printing the tip sheets. Every single training comes with a tip sheet. So when you print those tip sheets, you actually look at the sample documents that I provided, because you get sample documents in the courses too. I walk you through everything one by one. Then that's going to build up your confidence. Most people, when they start taking my training, they're automatically like, hey, where do I find me a piece of paper to stamp? Because their confidence is building. It's building. Right now, I'm just talking about, hey, Star Vance, how are you? S. Abdul said, make it make sense. Star Vance says, is this about the mentor program? I am talking about the mentorship program, but it was a question that came up last night within the program. So we meet every single week for those of you who do not know. So the question that I'm addressing right now is just sharing something that happened in mentorship. One of our mentees was like, hey, how do I get the confidence to go out and actually start stamping papers, was the question. So I'm just kind of recapping what the answers were given last night. And part of it is just actually taking time to do the trainings that we provided. It's no fluff. They just get you straight to what you need to be doing. And I was saying that once you start taking our training, 90% of the people are often like, hey, where do I find me a piece of paper to stamp? I'm ready to get out there, because you know what you're doing. Your confidence is built. I just put out several different success videos. We had a whole year-end success. Check that one out if you have not. It came out last week, I think. And we gave out awards. There were, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 different categories. Somebody did 388 field inspections. They got an award. We had somebody else that did mystery shopping. So all of them have learned from me in my courses. So it's a full course library. So if you think it's hype, believe me when I tell you it's not. So go back and watch the success stories. So you can get the those are all included in the all-inclusive mentorship program, or you can buy those courses separately. So I'm going to tell you about that really quick. The mentorship program is a $27 entry point or a $47. The only difference between the two is the 47 has access to all 17 courses. But we are one family. We meet together once a week together. If you pay 27 or 47, you get access to the same thing. You get access to the replays. You have tip sheets. There's even a marketing template. So in case you want to do your business cards, notary resume, whatever you need, literally, we got you covered A to Z. Star Van says, I think I've gotten the course for notary. Okay, no worries, no worries. So you can go and look at the website. Everything is crystal clear. It ain't like, I wonder what she mean by that. I'm crystal clear in how we write everything out. So notaryeducators.com, you can see what you already bought, what you need to purchase, what you need to do. Okay. So that's the mentorship program in a nutshell. We do meet every week for workshops. There's a community that's 7 days per week. Hey, Sama. How you doing? Yep, 7 days per week is the actual work community. So again, we're all in the same community. It's not one over here if you pay this and one over there. One big family. That's been going amazing. So there's a help button. If you get stuck on an assignment, a special help button, you put your question there. We'll answer it. If we got to call you, we will. But typically, most stuff can be answered right in the chat, which has been a blessing. So we've been doing this thing for a while. We're not new to this. We true to this. All right, guys. So what questions do you have for me? So that's the mentorship program in a nutshell. I will give you a coupon code. You can use WIN2025 if you want to just get the mystery shopping course. That was one of our categories. We had somebody completed over 40 mystery shops, and we gave out 2 categories because we had somebody else doing online mystery shopping. Yes, so they did 20 online mystery shops. So I just felt I had to give them a reward too. We did field inspection category. I told you about that. 388 was our highest. Somebody else had over 40. So we had 2 different categories for that. We had somebody complete over 100 loan signings. Yes, we did. Shout out Miss Bernice. She completed over 100 loan signings. So she got an award. We gave out awards for most spirited. Shout out Shakira, Lisa, Jasmine, and Bernice all got awards, and also Miss Leslie for that category. So, I mean, we are doing some things, guys. A lot of times my people walk in silence, so I told them straight up, this going on YouTube. Okay, sometimes I put stuff on YouTube, sometimes I don't. But that whole episode went on YouTube. So if you've not seen that one, check it out. We did another success story one. I need to put all that in a playlist too. But we did another success story maybe 2 months ago because they was just killing the game. So we're gonna start doing that probably maybe every 2 months, probably. I know maybe quarterly too. I've been thinking because we gotta recognize our wins and successes. Sometimes we're thinking I haven't done nothing in my business, and then we start asking you questions. It's like, well, yeah, I got my business cards, I got my website, I got my stamps, I ordered this, I did that, and it's like, girl, you are killing the game, boy, you are killing the game. And people are thinking initially, I ain't doing nothing. So that's why I said, you know what, we're going to do more of the successes and the wins. And as we're doing that, somebody just completed their first power of attorney. Somebody else completed their first signing with a signing company. Somebody else Chanel just had her first direct. Go Chanel. Okay, we talked about that yesterday in mentorship, how to collect payment, because that was her first one. So every week, we even gave out an award for somebody been with us over 3 years in mentorship. She's not in mentorship because she don't know what to do. She's in mentorship because the community is just so amazing. And you can write it off on your taxes too. So you have an instant Chanel like, yay me. Let's get Selma. Selma says, sorry, I'm late. No worries. Welcome to the party. Chanel like, yay me. Yes, yay you, Chanel. Chanel did her first, shout out. She did her first direct. She's been working, but mostly for signing companies. And she did her first direct. So her question last night was, well, how do I get paid? Now, as we mentioned to Chanel, and it's nothing I won't share here with you right quick, is that you will send out an invoice. Okay, you have to find out how are they going to pay you. When somebody calls you direct, it's just like general notary work. That's one of your screening questions that we teach you to ask. How am I going to get paid? Chanel was happened to be live on the community, so we was able to answer that question for her really quick, and now she knows what to do. So the point is, you're not by yourself. The help button is there. Chanel's been with us a while too. Chanel, we appreciate you, and we're happy that we've been able to be on your journey with you. So Chanel's been with us for a while too. So people are not sometimes in the community because people ask me that all the time. Well, Kimmi, how long is the program? How long do I have to stay? You stay as long as you want to stay. You know, again, for most people, it's an investment in their business. It's like a 7 day a week, 20. Nah, I'm going to say 7 days a week. And somebody might be in that chat at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because we got a couple late hours. Now, I'm not there at 2 o'clock in the morning, so don't even think about it. But we do have a couple late hours that are there. We have a couple late hours that are there. One person in particular, he gets off work at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. He's like, good morning, or hey, I just got off work. And I'm sitting there like the next morning, I'm like, okay, I saw you, but I ain't talking to you right now. Because I typically get out the chat usually around 11 o'clock, maybe midnight, because Chanel's in Cali, you know, for my Cali people, my Nevada people, Oklahoma, my people on the West Coast Pacific time. I have to try to stay in there and help them a little bit later sometimes if they have an assignment. But Chanel been knocking out the box, so she ain't had no questions in a while. Thank you for help in real time. You are so welcome, Chanel. And that's what the help button is for. So we have 3 different categories in our community. You can just post something general. Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? There's an actual help button. If you are at an assignment or something regarding preparing for an assignment, you can actually put your question there. So that's letting us know, hey, I need help right this minute. And then the third section is successes and wins. So if you got something going on, you want to celebrate or be celebrated, you would drop it there. So it's been going amazing. That's an adjustment for us, having everybody under one umbrella. Okay, before we had the $47 people over here, $27 people over here, and we are just on the move. So it's been going amazing. I'm just so pleased with our freaking community. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. There's just no other way to say it. I'm just so excited, and they're excited, and they're winning. They're winning. Somebody else today just ordered their stamps, their business cards, and actually she right here, Shakira. Shakira just ordered all her stuff today. Shakira, while I am here live really quick to unpack your stamps, you did order the major stamps that you were talking about, your notary stamp, your Jurats stamp, and your acknowledgement stamp. The only other thing you might want to get eventually, and that's why I didn't mention it earlier, I figured we'll address it live or in session if you are still here, would be the copy certification stamp. You probably want to get that because you will use that a lot. Not a requirement, not needed immediately, but I would get that. I don't remember you mentioning your embosser. Again, not a requirement. I just like to have it. I want to clarify something too. I'm going to get your comment, Gigi. I want to clarify something that was in a comment. Someone asked me about the embosser. They had watched a video. The embosser, for those of you who may be brand new, is a crimpy thing. You've probably seen that the old-fashioned notaries use. And I usually use the gold seal. That's just to make things look pretty. Your official notary stamp is now that rectangular or round stamp that you push, the ink stamp, okay? That is your official stamp, okay? I'm going to show y'all something too, because every day I forget to do this. I want to talk about it while I'm live right quick. And it's the fingerprinting. I saved this for a reason. I want to show y'all this. I have a supply list that's completely free at Notary Educators, but I'm ready to throw this away, so I'm going to talk about this really quick. Every day I forget. Every day. And while I got my stick and I'm walking around, I'm going to show y'all really quick something for ink fingerprinting. I'm going to get your comment. Hold on one second. So you are going to use that embosser and your ink stamp, okay? Do not just use the embosser unless that's what your state tells you to do. 90% of the states, though, you have to use that other stamp. The embosser just make it look pretty, okay? I don't even use that on all documents. I usually use it on my wills and power of attorneys, okay? Wills, power of attorneys, a reference letter, something like that. I do not use an embosser when I'm doing long signings because it's 150 pages. I'm maybe doing 15 or 20 stamps. We are not embossing that. That is not what they want, okay? All right, let's get this comment from Gigi. GG4994 says, "Hi, what's up? What's up? I received my Ron in Florida. Congratulations. Another stream of income. For quite a while, I haven't used it. What? Why aren't you making money with that? Hmm? Let's get the paper. Where do you suggest I get started? I'm registered with Identity Trust and also Blue Notary, but Blue Notary. Okay. So my first question is, are you comfortable doing general notary work in regular loan signings before you start trying to do remote? Because if you don't know how to stamp the paper, going to a person in real time, real life, like going to their house, going to school, going wherever, then it's going to be hard for you to know what to do over on Ron. Okay, that's my suggestion, first of all. To get work, most of those platforms require you to, there are a couple. Let's start off by saying this. I am not in a remote online notary state, so I do not do online notary. I have one course about it. I have many, many videos about it because I can tell you what it looks like, how to do it, what not to do, right? But I'm not actually signed up with any companies. But I will say this: before you start trying to do Ron, make sure you know how to properly notarize a regular piece of paper, right? Because it's going to be a whole lot digitally. I do have about 8 or 9 videos here on the channel about remote. I do have a course, a little quick course about remote online notary. And I do list some companies in there to get started. I just don't remember who they are. I'm going to be honest with you. But the other piece of that is you really want to make sure that you know how to be a great notary before you start trying to do remote work, because that's going to look completely different. Some of those companies, I was getting ready to say, they want you to bring your own client to their platform, and then they charge you a monthly fee or a per transaction fee. There are a few that can actually give you work, so you're gonna have to do a little bit of homework on that. You could even use Chat GPT, which remote online notaries actually give work to the notary. That's what the prompt should say. Okay, that's what your prompt should say, something like that. Um, for those of you who are interested in doing social media, because I just mentioned Chat GPT and learning that kind of stuff, you probably want to follow me also on my other channel, Creators Club with Kimmi, where I talk about Chat GPT, how to start a YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff. So just check it out if you're interested. It's Creators Club with Kimmi, all K's, okay? Creators with a K, Club with a K, with, and then Kimmi with a K and an I. So check that out. Your girl, my goal this year is to fully maximize my other 2 YouTube channels in addition to my notary stuff. Notary ain't going nowhere. This is my bread and butter. This is what I do. This is what I bleed. I'm a notary. I'm a notary educator. But my passion, turn your passion into profits. I know y'all done heard that one, right? Passion to profits. My other passion is teaching people content. Yes, because this world is going digital, as my question right here from Gigi was about remote. Everything's going online. A lot of people are not interested in learning how to do remote online notary. I mean, remote stuff like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. So it's going that direction. So I want a little piece of that pie. So that's why I have my other channel, Creators Club with Kimmi. So check it out. Follow me over there. The videos are dropping usually about 3 times a week. They were out every day when I was first working that channel. They rebranded. It used to be Business Life with Kimmi, but again, I'm going more into content. I'm going more into making money online, ebooks, courses, the whole gamut. And that's what the world is going to: content, content, content. So I'm accidentally, really quick, I'm accidentally niching into YouTube, okay? That wasn't what I was going over there to start talking about, but people are actually liking my how to start a YouTube channel content. So I realized that, and that's why you got to pivot in your notary business sometimes. You may think, you know what, I'm going to start out doing remote, but no, that ain't where the money is. You might need to be doing apostilles, okay? Or you might say, I'm going to start doing general notary work, but again, I'm going to start learning apostilles. So the pivot is real, okay? So for me, that's not what I went over there to start talking about on that channel. But that's what people are kind of leaning towards right now. So I'm gonna start with YouTube probably for another month or so. All the content maybe next month will be about starting a YouTube channel, and I'm gonna try to get in there and do my Chat GPT content because I know a lot about Chat GPT, how to do the prompts. I know a lot about a lot of stuff because I've been running multiple businesses. So as I'm learning things, my head is just getting bigger, guys. It's just getting bigger and bigger, and there's like so much information, so I have to try to reel it in, and that's just what I do. I'm a content creator. Literally, I love creating content. So anyway, follow me at creatives.club.kimmi.com. Okay. Now let me show y'all this other thing. I might have said something else I was going to tell you, so if I did, let me know. But right quick, I want to show you these ink pads for ink fingerprinting. I have two. I dropped one. Wait a minute. Hold on. So look at my notary supply list, which is completely free. You can download it at notaryeducators.com. But I want to show you this particular, and I'm going to throw it away after today. Well, I might keep one in case I decide to do an ink fingerprinting video. Matter of fact, I will keep one. Matter of fact, I might keep both of them because I'm never buying these again. But if you are doing ink fingerprinting, I want to show you this. So I buy these individual ink pads, okay? I buy these individual ink pads. This one here I want to show you. And if you're watching later, you can just go ahead and come back and watch. If you're listening later, come back and watch this. It's at the 30-minute 45 mark on YouTube, okay? So this particular ink pad, never buy it. It is so flat. I have the recommended ones that I want you to purchase if you're going to be doing ink fingerprinting on the notary supply list, okay? But this one here, when you go to do it, look at this. I'm going to do a sample for you. Now I'm pressing. Look at that mark. You can't even see it, okay? This is not a good ink fit fingerprinter. This is not. This ink is terrible. So the one I have on the list is the recommended one. And any of your supplies, if I put it on that list, I stand by that. Now, if it don't work for you, I ain't refunding no money. But I'm just saying it's products that I've actually used. And I bought these because they didn't have the other ones. And actually, I'm going to say Jeffrey bought these, y'all. I'm going to blame him. Because I don't recall ordering these. I think he did. So I had to order the right one. But look, I had to press it several times. And you see, that is still not a really good hard ink. The ones on the recommended list, look at that. I'm going to put some, I'll get this ink, to remove this ink from my finger. But the other one is the better one. This is just too flat and it just doesn't give a good print. So that's really important when you are rolling someone's print. And actually, the way I teach you, they roll their own print. I don't even have to touch them. Because a lot of people say, well, Kimmi, I don't want to touch nobody, especially during COVID. And since then, they're like, I don't want to have to touch their hands. You don't have to. I teach you how to roll it where you don't have to do all that. They can roll themselves, okay? So check out the ink fingerprinting course. Coupon code is WIN2025, or it is in the all-inclusive notary mentorship package, okay? So you got plenty of options. So I'm going to take a few more questions. If you have any, oh, I see we do have some. Okay, sorry, y'all. Let's get it. S. Abdul said, okay. They're saying hello to each other. Gigi says, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate your advice and taking time to address my question. My pleasure. That's what I'm here for. What other questions do we have? Anything else before I get out of here? Anything else? I did want to share this with you guys about this ink fingerprinting. I've been trying to get to that for a minute. For those of you that also may be starting and are not interested in mentorship right now, you can check out the Start Your Notary Business book. I have one for every state. This is Georgia, Indiana, Florida, but I have all 50 states at notaryeducators.com. You can get that. You can get your journals over there too. You can get your journals, and the journal covers everything you need. You only need one. I had a question recently about the specialty notary journal. It is still in effect. It's still, you can purchase it in Amazon, at Amazon rather. It's a specialty general notary journal. So you can just put my name in, it'll pop up. Comes in different colors. But now we have the journal collection, which is 15, and it covers actually all 15 different types of, not 15. It's 15 for you to choose from, but it does include within the journal, if you're doing e-fingerprinting, apostille, whatever you're doing now, you just need one journal, and you can tick the box as to what services you're offering. So it's a pretty cool journal. So you can check out the journal collection at notaryeducators.com. I'm going to give you that coupon code too one more time for the self-paced courses is WIN, WIN2025, and that is at notaryeducators.com. That'll get you 60% off, okay? Last minute for questions. One more minute. Anything else? Anything else? Let's go. Anything else? We got one more minute for questions, Q&A. If not, I'm going to see you over in the community. You can sign up today. Go ahead and sign up today, either 27 or 47, whichever you prefer. instant access to the courses and instant access to the community, okay? You don't have to wait until we start again. It's not an open and closed door thing. You can sign up today, start today, and the moment you purchase your mentorship option, you can join everything, okay? And last thing is, if you need to cancel, you can. Most people, they end up staying because it's so valuable. But you can cancel at any time. You can upgrade or downgrade. With the upgrade or downgrade, so for example, you do the $27 one today, you will have access to the $27 one for 30 days. And then some people are like, you know what, I really want to go ahead and start. They might have thought they only want to do one thing and now they need to upgrade to apostilles. You could wait till the next billing cycle, or you can do it within the month, but you're just going to have access to both of them until the other one cancels, okay? So you got plenty of options to train with notary educators. Again, quit overpaying for your notary training. It's just not necessary anymore. It's just not. It's just not. You have a lot of options, and I realize that as a consumer, as a notary student, you have a lot of options, but I can just about guarantee you, you will not be disappointed with notary educators. We're about keeping it simple. We're about getting you what you need to get started, about making your money. You do as much as you want, as far as getting started and everything. So we're here to help you along the journey. We have a beautiful community which is growing daily, and the quality of the community is improving because people are actually really active, and that's what makes a community really exciting, when you have so many people that are actually involved and fully vested in their businesses, and they're ready to share. They're ready to share their knowledge, each one teach one, and it's just been amazing. So guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I think I'm feeling kind of froggy. Y'all got me all excited, so I think I'm gonna go live over on my Creators Club right quick and see what's going on over there. But again, on behalf of Notary Educators with Kimmi, all things notary, check out notaryeducators.com. Until next time, I see we have a couple people that joined. I'm gonna give y'all 2 seconds. If you got a question, you need to ask it right now. I'm gonna give you 2 seconds because I hate leaving. We have so many people join at the last minute because I don't know when you got notified. So I really try to make sure your question is answered while I'm here live. Do we have anything really quick? Come on. We got 2 seconds, literally. I'm past 2 seconds. I'm being generous. Okay. All right. Nothing. All right. Okay, guys. I will see you next time. Look for me sometime tomorrow. Can't guarantee when, what time, because I actually have a notary business. So I just hop on when I can. But looks like I need to do it in the evening. We got quite a few people in the evenings. Okay, well, bye, guys. Much success in 2026, okay? Whenever you're watching this, 26, 27, 28, 30, 35, 40, because the information is going to be the same. Bye, S. Abdul. Bye, guys.